Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're going to do an ab series today. It's going to take about a half an hour and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So let's start with a little bit of breathing. So lifting the spine up nice and tall, drawing those abdominals in, sending those shoulders down your back. You're going to take a nice wide breath in through your nose and fill the lungs on your inhale. Exhale through the pursed lips. Just feel that connection of your abdominals as you resist the air coming out. Breathing in, watching that the shoulders aren't lifting up towards your ears here. Exhale, flex forward over your knees. Breathing in and expanding the back and the sides of the rib cage on your inhale. Exhaling through your pursed lips, just emptying the lungs out completely. Breathing in, nice wide breath. Exhale, draw the belly button in, lift your spine up nice and tall. Send those shoulders back and down, breathe in. Exhale, flex forward. Breathe into the back and the sides of the rib cage. Try and expand the ribs here. Exhale through the pursed lips, just empty the air out completely. Breathing in and bring all of your attention and focus onto this breath. Exhale through the pursed lips, pull your belly button in, lift yourself up nice and tall, stack your spine one bone after the next, send the shoulders down your back. And then we're going to inhale here, stay tall, and then let's exhale to curl our way back down onto the mat. So releasing all the way down. We're going to keep the knees bent, keep your feet on the mat. Tilt and tuck that pelvis, get it into neutral so that your pubic bone and your hip bones are nice and even. Slight gap between your low back and the mat. Arms are down by your sides to start, but send those shoulders back and down. Let's take a breath and bring your chin towards your chest. So just stretching at the back of your neck to start. And then on your exhale, reach those fingertips away from you. Lift the head, neck and shoulders and inhale at the top. Remember, you're breathing into your lungs, so your tummy shouldn't be popping up and down. We're going to exhale to release all the way back down. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, reach those fingertips away as you lift the upper body. Make sure your pelvis hasn't tilted towards you, so keeping that pelvis in neutral while we're here. And then release all the way back down. Two more, inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, slide the ribs down towards the hips. Keep the hips where they are. Inhale to hold it here, breathing into the rib cage. And then releasing all the way back down. Last one. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, scoop those abdominals and lift up. Inhale at the top, make sure that tummy is not lifting. And then releasing all the way back down. Let's go for 2 breaths. So inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, slide the ribs down towards the hips. Now you can keep going the 4 breath count if you want to. We're going to inhale to release all the way back down. Draw that chin towards your chest and exhale, curl back up again. Inhale to release back down. Exhale to lift. 2 more, releasing back down, full head, neck and shoulders back down, and then the full head, neck and shoulders come back up. Keep that pelvis nice and neutral. Inhale on the way back down. And last one, exhale as we lift. Let's inhale to release back down. Circle your arms around, pop your fingertips behind your ears, send those shoulders down your back. Same thing, inhale, chin to chest, exhale, curl on up. Inhale to release back down. 3 more. Exhale as you lift. Inhale to come back down. Remember, when you come back down, we're not popping through the ribs, so keep that connection at the front of your body. You don't want to lose it. Release back down. Last one this way. Exhale to curl up. This time we're going to release halfway down, and then we're going to pulse up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to hold it here. And then release all the way back down. Let's go 2 more sets. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, curl up. So looking kind of through your thighs or just above your knees here. Make sure you're not looking up at the ceiling. You don't want to pull out of the neck. Inhale, come halfway down. Exhale, curl up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Inhale, hold it here. And then release all the way back down. Last set. Chin to chest on an inhale. Full exhale to come all the way up. Inhale, come halfway back down in through the nose. And then little puffs of air out for 6, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, hold it here. And then release all the way back down. Bring your arms by your sides, send those shoulders back and down. We're going to go in for a few toe taps here. So taking a breath in, we're going to lift that right foot up so that the knee is over the hip. Let's exhale, tip the toe down, and inhale, bring the leg back up. Exhale, release down, and bring it back up. So what you're aiming here is to keep the leg the same shape the whole time. So you don't want to be bending the knee to get the foot down. You want to work from the hip. So get that hip bone moving, bring the leg down, and bring it back up. We'll go one more this leg. Release it down, and lift it back up. Let's exhale, pop that foot down. Let's inhale to lift the left foot up and release down. So keeping the pelvis in neutral the whole time. So working with your breath. Exhale on the way down, inhale on the way back up. Keep the hips and ribs the same distance on each side. And this might be enough for you just to do it this way. We're going to go one more like this, and if you want to, we're going to move on from it. But you can keep doing these. Just make sure you're doing the same amount on each side. So from here, we're going to place both feet down. We're going to bring ourselves into imprint. So drawing those hips and ribs together. So take a big breath. And on your exhale, draw the belly button. So lift the pelvic floor, draw the belly button down, squeeze those hips and ribs together. So you're tilting your pelvis, but you're using the front of your body to do it. You're not squeezing into the glutes to do it. We're going to inhale, float one foot up. Now maintain this imprint, and we're going to float the second leg up. So you should feel your low back down on the mat. Abdominals are working very hard here. We're going to do the same exercise again. So we're going to exhale, release that right foot down, and inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, lower it down, watching that your low back is not lifting. If you find your low spine is lifting and lowering, you're going to go back to where both feet are staying on the ground and just lift one leg at a time and keep that pelvis in neutral. For this, where both feet are up, you're taking that arch out of the back, you're getting those abdominals working, you're tilting that pelvis towards you. Let's go one more this side. Release down and draw it back up. Now let's go for the left leg. Exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. So just lowering down but keeping the same shape in your leg. Remember, you're not bending at the knee to get the foot down towards the mat. You're moving from the hip, lowering that leg down and then drawing it back up. Keep the skinny jeans zipped up. Keep the belly button pulled in. Keep everything wrapping around and working to keep that pelvis steady and to keep that lower back nice and protected. Relax through the shoulders, last one, and bring it back up. Now, we're going to bring the arms around, pop the fingertips behind the head, draw the chin to the chest. Now you can keep doing what we were doing, or if you want an extra challenge, let's curl on up from here. So we're going to go for both legs. You can squeeze the knees together if you wish. So we're going to take a breath here, and we're going to exhale to release the feet down. Keep that pelvis tilted towards you, keep the low back on the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it back up. Curl up a little bit higher, lower the feet down and bring them back up. Now your toes don't have to come all the way down to the mat. You can come halfway down and bring it back up if you want. Let's do two more. Lower it down, lift it back up. Last one, exhale, lower. And inhale, come back up. Bring your hands behind your knees, bring your head back down. We're going to let one leg come long. Draw your chin towards your chest. Exhale, pull in this other leg to bring yourself up. Lift up and just reach forward and take a little stretch. Inhale to lift. And we're going to roll all the way back down. Alright. Reach your arms overhead. Send those shoulders back and down. Just contract those abdominals first. So take a big breath here. On your exhale, make yourself really heavy onto the mat. Connect those hips and ribs. You want the abs working before you even start moving. That's in. And so your arms are not lying flat on the mat because your ribs are going to probably pop up there. So just lift the arms so that you can see your fingertips in the corner of your eye. Let's inhale to reach the arms up to the ceiling. Bring your chin towards your chest. And on your exhale, we're going to just watch those fingertips. You're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Now tilt that pelvis towards you as you reach for your toes and inhale here. And then exhale to release back to your start position. Don't lose that connection to the front of the abdominals. Keep them working. Two more. Inhale, arms up, chin comes down. And then you're curling away from the mat. Now you're going to tilt that pelvis towards you. Find that low back on the mat here as you inhale. And then release, release, release. We'll go one more. Inhale, arms come up, chin comes down. Exhale, come up. So reaching those fingers away to help lift the upper body, keeping the belly button engaged, flattening everything down here, and then releasing back to your start position. Now you can keep doing them if you want, or else we're going to do 5 full roll-ups. So arms come up, chin comes down. Exhale, watch those fingertips. So your head's going to have to move as it's watching. And we're going to lift that upper body up. We're going to peel ourselves off the mat. Once you hit those sit bones, you're rounding forward. Now bring the toes towards you. Take this nice stretch into the back of the legs. Now let's inhale through the nose as we're starting to come back down. Watching that the shoulders haven't lifted up towards the ears. So we're aiming the low back down towards. So you're tilting the pelvis, working through the imprint position, and then releasing back into neutral. Arms come all the way up overhead again. Arms come up and chin comes down, and then exhale to peel yourself away from the mat. Hit those sit bones, and like you've got a beach ball on your lap, you're rounding over that. So you're trying to get space in between the bones in your back here. Inhale as you start to come down, send those shoulders down your back. Aim that lower back down towards the mat, and then release your way back to your start position. Now you're back in neutral in the pelvis. Inhale, arms come up, chin comes down, and then exhale, peel yourself away from the mat. Round yourself forward, push out through the heels, take this stretch. Inhale to start your descent. Sending the shoulders down your back. Keep that eye line forward here. Get the low back down. And then you're releasing the head, neck, and shoulders as the arms come back to their start position. Let's go one more. Inhale, arms up, chin down. I think actually we might have 2 more. So my powers of counting have not improved since we have finished class. So if you come to my class, yeah, there's not going to be any improvement on that side, sorry. So let's get that low back down and release. Last one. Arms come up, chin comes down. And then peel yourself away from your mat. Round forward. Draw those abdominals up and in as you round forward. Take that little stretch. And then release all the way back down. Send that low back down towards the mat. And uncurl. Bring your arms around by your sides. Hook onto one leg. Pull yourself up to sitting. So bring yourself nice and tall again. We're going to go to rolling like a ball. So if you come to my class, you do know that there's a couple of different steps to this one. So just stay at whatever step you're comfortable with. Challenge yourself, don't hurt yourself. Make sure there's nothing behind you on your mat, no head blocks or anything like that. So you're going to sit quite forward on the mat here, so not really too far back on it. Feet are planted on the mat, lift the spine up nice and tall. Just hook the fingertips gently in behind the knees. Send those shoulders back and down. Take a nice wide breath here. Breathe in, expand the rib cage, grow tall. On your exhale, then we're going to curl down towards the mat. So zip that pubic bone up towards the belly button, tilt the pelvis, and roll down towards the mat. So really aiming the low back down rather than hinging back and your upper body coming back towards the mat. So you're really curling down towards the mat. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to pull everything in and draw ourselves back up nice and tall, sending the shoulders back and down. Exhale, scoop those abdominals and roll back. So you're only going as far as you can keep your little bit of a hold here. And then lift yourself back up nice and tall. Let's go for 3 more of these. Exhale, curl back. Keep those feet on the mat. So your feet should be ideally hip distance apart. Keep the knees hip distance apart as well. So make sure that those knees are not starting to knock together or wing out to the sides, okay? So keep them all on a track. Your feet, your hip bones, and your knees should be all in one kind of parallel line. And lift yourself back up. Let's go one more. Exhale, curl back. So really squeeze those hips and ribs together on the way back. And squeeze them again to bring yourself back up. So really try and feel this in the abdominals. Now let's go for the second step of this. So you're just going to come off the sit bones, come onto the squishier part of your butt. So you're going to engage the abdominals to start. We're going to lift that right foot up, and we're going to exhale to lift the left foot up. So now your knees can be together, feet are together, arms are kind of making a little frame for you. So send those shoulders back and down, keep the elbows out to the sides. And again, your hands are just hooked gently here, so you're not pulling out of anything. So we're going to do the same exercise, but this time your feet are off, so you're bringing a little bit of balance work into it. So just take your time with it and see if this is the bit that suits you, or else pop your feet back down if you want to continue doing that. So let's take a big deep breath here. And exhale, we're going to do the same thing. We're curling down towards the mat, aiming that low back, tilting the pelvis. Allow yourself to come down on an exhale. And then inhale to lift yourself back up. Exhale. Work those abdominals. Make sure that you're not going so far back that you're going to lose it. And then lift, lift, lift. And let's go again. 3 more. Lower back down. And then inhale to lift yourself back up. And last 2. Curl back. I usually get my glutes engaged here as well. They're going to help. Everything's helping. And then lift yourself back up. But it's mainly your abdominals doing the work. Last one. Exhale. Curl back. Get that low back. Aim it towards the mat. Keep that frame in your arms. Keep the shoulders back and down. And then lift yourself up. So if you want, you can stick with that one. Or the first one, or if you want to do the full roll, we're going to drop the feet down, point the toes. We're going to really engage the muscles in the legs, engage the glutes, squeeze the legs together. You're going to bring your hands down by your ankles, send those shoulders back and down, and curl into a kind of a ball shape here. So you're trying to get this nice C shape in your spine, dropping your head down. Now, in this exercise, if you fling your head back, you'll probably just land flat on your back and struggle to come back up. Or if you kick your legs out, you know, you're trying really ideally to stay in this shape for the whole entire exercise. All right, so let's try it. We're going to inhale to pull the belly button in and let the gravity almost bring you backwards. We're going to come onto the shoulder blades and then we're going to exhale to propel ourselves forward, keeping this shape. Okay, let's go. So we're going to inhale, come back, exhale, rock forward, find your balance point and stay here. Inhale, come back. Exhale, rock forward. That's 2. We're going to do 8. Inhale, pull the belly button in just to allow gravity to kind of pull you back towards the mat. Now come back onto the shoulder blades and then come back up. If you hear a big thunk, you've probably just landed on the flat of your back. You want to keep this nice C shape in your spine as you're moving. Careful you're not kicking out through the feet. Careful you're not lifting your head. So keep your eyes on the same point, so kind of almost looking through your thighs. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale back, exhale forward, and last one, inhale back. Don't drop your head or don't flick your head back. Now this time we're going to come back and forward, same as inhale back, exhale forward. Now we're going to inhale, lift the legs, lift the arms. Exhale, sweep it all back in, and inhale, come back, exhale, come forwards. Inhale, lift the legs, lift the arms, lift the breastbone up. Exhale, circle the arms around as you bring your feet back in, and then inhale as you curl back towards the mat again. Let's inhale, lift. Exhale, circle, come back. We've got 2 more. Inhale to lift. Now bring the arms around in a circle. Draw yourself back into that ball shape. Curl back towards the mat. Last one. Lift the arms, lift the legs. And circle everything in. Pop 1 foot down, second leg down. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Well done. I'm almost out of breath. Almost. Okay. So from here, we're going to let that left leg come up. We're going to squeeze the knees together. We're going to bring the arms in front of you. Hold onto the forearms. Send those shoulders back and down. Engage those abdominals. We're going to take a nice big wide breath here. And on your exhale, we're going to lift the breastbone up, so think a long spine, and then twist the rib cage around towards that right, so towards the long leg. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist and come back. So you're really working the rib cage to move and then come back. Lower spine is still almost in a seated imprint, so you're still tilting that pelvis towards you. Abdominals are engaged. Let's go 3 more. Exhale, turn. Inhale, come back. 2 more. Keep those shoulders reaching down your back. Last one. And come back. Swap legs. Left leg comes up. Lift the breastbone up. Keep that tail tucked under. And exhale, turn. Inhale, come back. So keep that left leg reaching long. So point the toes. Lift the kneecap up towards you. 5 more. And 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. Thank God. Pop that foot down. Lift the spine up nice and tall. Send the shoulders back and down. And then curl all the way back down onto the mat. And we're going to go into the back of the body just for a minute, just to kind of ease off on the tension here on the abdominals. So let's bring the feet together, knees together, arms are down by your sides, shoulders are back and down. Now I just separate the toes out so you're making a V shape with your feet. Heels are still together and your knees are still together. So squeeze those legs together but keep the toes apart. Let's take a nice wide breath into the lungs. And on your exhale, you're pushing into your feet. You're lifting your hips up and bring yourself into this long line between your knees, hips, ribs and shoulders. Now we're going to keep the hips up here. We're going to inhale to open the knees out to the side. And we're going to exhale to squeeze those knees together. Inhale, keep the hips here. Just let the knees come out to the side. And then exhale, squeeze those knees together. So inhale, resist the knees as they come out. And then resist as they're squeezing back together. Inhale, release out. Now squeeze it all together. Keep the abdominals working all the time, so you've never switched off those abdominals. So like you have a belt on, like a little corset on all the time. You're drawing the pelvic floor up, you're pulling the belly button in, and you're staying nice and strong there. Let's go for 3 more. Inhale, release out. Exhale, squeeze together. And 2, keep the abdominals engaged. Keep the hips the same height, so like you have a little shelf on your hips. Don't let anything fall off that shelf. We'll go 1 more for luck. Inhale out. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Squeeze those knees together. And now let's curl down onto the mat. So let one bone at a time. Articulate all the way down. Get that low back in and then tilt your way back to neutral. Bring your feet together and your heels together. So bring your toes back in line with the rest of your body. And let's curl away from the mat. So tilt up pelvis. Get the low back in the mat. Curl away from the mat. Peel your spine up. Take a nice wide breath here. Again, you're not breathing into your tummy, you're breathing into the ribs. And then let's exhale, just curl all the way back down. All right. Bring one leg in towards you, other leg in towards you. Just rock from side to side. Take the little break. Now let one leg go away. Hold in behind that right leg and just pull yourself up. All right. So I want those legs a little bit wider than the mat. Sit up nice and tall. If you need to sit on a cushion or on a block, that's fine. Lift yourself a little bit higher. Just release out the low back if you find that you're very flexed in that low back, or you can bend the knees. All right, so whatever is easiest for yourself. So you're going to start with the hands in the middle here. Take a nice wide breath, think tall. And on your exhale, draw your chin towards your chest. Pull the abdominals in, round forwards. Going to inhale just to hold it here, and again you're breathing into the back and the sides of the rib cage. And then exhale, draw those abdominals in, lift yourself up nice and tall, send the shoulders back and down. 2 more. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, curl down. So like again, you've got the beach ball in front of you, you're rounding over that beach ball. So try and get space and energy and oxygen in between the bones in your back. And lift yourself up nice and tall. Let your breath help you send those shoulders down. Last one, chin to chest. And then exhale, reach away. Pull your toes towards you. Take that little stretch into the back of the legs here as you breathe in. And then exhale. Uncurl, bring yourself all the way up. Send the shoulders all the way down. Bring your legs forward. Just reach forward a little bit for a second here. Take another big breath. And then exhale, lift yourself back up. Let's curl away down onto the mat for our last little challenge. So for this one, we're going to do 3 preps on each side, and then we're going to go in for the full exercise. It's the teaser. So you can stick with the preps if you prefer. See how you get on. I actually find the full exercise easier than the preps, but let's just wait and see. All right, so we're going to lift that right foot up, squeeze the knees together, point the toes, lift the kneecap up towards you. You're going to start with your arms overhead, send those shoulders back and down. Now we wanted that left foot to be a little bit away from you, okay? So otherwise you're going to be crowded as you come up. So really reaching it a little bit away. So your knees aren't too high up here, okay? So let's start by engaging those abdominals. So breathe out the air. Get the hips and ribs working together. Let's inhale, arms come up, chin comes down, and on your exhale, you're peeling away from the mat, lifting yourself up, reach for your toes. Now, inhale, open the arms out to the side, lift the breastbone up, and then exhale, curl back down. Keep those knees together, reach the spine down, and then tilt your way back to neutral. Arms come up, chin comes down, exhale to lift. Inhale, arms out to the side, lifting up, taking a little peep over your neighbour's fence. Not that you'd ever do that. And then exhale, let's curl back down, down, down. In the lower back first, and then releasing back into neutral. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, curl away. Inhale, arms out to the side, lifting that breastbone up, and then releasing. Get the low back down, tilt the pelvis towards you, and then release back into neutral. Let's swap legs. So left leg comes up, pull the kneecap towards you, send the toes away from you. Shoulders come down your back, engage those abdominals. Inhale, arms up, chin down, and then exhale to lift up. So inhale, arms up. Now, because you're working against gravity, this is the hard part here, because your arms are now levering against you as well, so everything's trying to pull you backwards, so it's a lot of work for the abs. And then curl your way back, down, 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 down. And you probably have a side that feels a little bit better or a little bit easier than the other side. This is definitely my weaker side. And curl back down again. And last one. Inhale, arms up, chin down, and then lift. Arms open out to the sides. You lift that breastbone. Be careful you're not going into an arch in the low back. So keep that kind of seated imprint position. And then lower back down. Get the low back down. And then release the pelvis. Now pop both feet down. We're going to bring ourselves into imprint, so take a breath. You can keep doing that if you want to. Just make sure you're doing the same amount on each side. If you want to go for the whole hog, it's exhale, bring yourself into imprint. So tilt that pelvis towards you, squeeze the hips and ribs together, send the belly button down. You're going to inhale, float one foot up. Now keep this nice wrapping sensation here and send that second leg up to meet it. So let's keep that low back down. Arms come up overhead, send the shoulders down. Let's inhale, arms come up, and then exhale as we lift. So you're coming up onto, again, the squishy part of your bum. So you're not coming right up onto the sit bones here. You do have that little tuck in the tail. Lift the arms out to the side on your inhale, and then exhale. Squeeze those legs together. It's going to help you release all the way back down. And let's go again, arms up. Exhale to lift. Inhale as we open, lift the breastbone up. Exhale, curl down. Let your breath help you. Let's go two more like this. So lifting up on an exhale. Inhale as we open. And then release all the way back down. And last one. Try and work through the middle of the spine. So try not to lean too much on either side. So really coming down right in the center of the spine. For the last two, let's see if we can straighten out those legs. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, reach for the toes. And then lift the arms up, lift the breastbone up. Good, exhale, curl back down. We can do it with two more. Inhale, arms come up. Don't lose that connection of the abdominals. Keep the lower back on the mat. Lift up, look over that neighbor's fence, and then curl back down. This is your last two, I think. Lift up, we'll do two more. Inhale, arms up. Send those shoulders down your back. Make sure your head is not jutting forward here. So keep that long line of your spine. Curl back down. Go one more. Arms come up and lift. Inhale, arms reach out. And then this time we're going to lower those legs down. And we're going to reach forward towards your toes. Take a little stretch. Congratulate yourselves. And then lift yourself up nice and tall. Let's bring the feet in towards us. Let's bring the hands either side of your hips. Lift the hips up. Walk your hands forward. And then lift your hips up towards the sky. Drop your nose towards your knees. Take a breath. We're going to keep the hands here on the mat. We're going to walk one foot back. Bring the other foot back so you're back in your plank that you were in the other day. Turn those elbows to the back of the room. Send the shoulders back and down. Take 5 breaths here, or let's hold it here for 5 seconds. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now lift the hips up, bend the knees, and send the breastbone down. Take a nice big stretch. Let's walk, let's lift the hips up and straighten the legs out. Now let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Let the hips come down. Take a breath. Exhale, lift the hips, drop your nose towards your knees. Take another breath here. We're going to exhale to uncurl. Bring yourself all the way up. Have some good work. You should be very proud of yourself. Send those shoulders back and down, bend the knees. We're going to send the right hand behind that left knee. We'll lift the left fingertips up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Let's exhale to swap the hands. So left hand behind the right knee. Lift the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathe in here. And one more set. Swap and an exhale. Inhale to lift. And last one. And this time we're going to release both hands down towards the mat. Lift the hips up. Straighten the legs out and take one big breath into the back of your body. And then let's exhale to uncurl. I'm going to work our way back up, stacking every bone one on top of the next. Keeping those abdominals active. Send the shoulders back and down. Lift up onto the tippy toes. Lift the arms all the way up. Stretch your body. Now circle your arms around to the side, but stay up on those tippy toes and just think about your ankles working, knees are soft, pelvis in neutral, hips and ribs connected by those strong abdominals. Send those shoulders back and down. Arms is soft by your sides. Crown of the head is lifting up tall. Ears are over your shoulders. Shoulders are over your ribs. Ribs are over your hips. Hips are over your knees. Knees are over your ankles. Take a nice wide breath here. Be proud of all you can achieve and all you have achieved. Now lower your heels. And I'll hopefully see you all again next time. Thank you.